Hello everyone, I am Richa Das and today I am going to discuss on the topic ecological pyramids. So first of all, what are ecological pyramids? It is a trophic structure which shows the interaction of food chain and the size metabolism relationship between the linearly arranged various biotic components of an ecosystem. It was first described by Charles Elton in the 1920s. He noted that larger organisms higher in food chain were less abundant than smaller ones in lower trophic levels. Ecological pyramid shows the relative amounts of various parameters across trophic levels. They can also be called as trophic pyramids, biological pyramids, or energy pyramids. It can also be defined as the graphical representation of trophic structures and function of an ecosystem, starting with producer at the base and successive trophic levels forming the apex. In a pyramid, the various steps of a food chain are represented sequence wise, with producer at the base, herbivores above them, followed by primary carnivores. According to the shape of the ecological pyramids, they are of three types. First, upright pyramid, spindle pyramid, and inverted pyramid. In an ecological pyramid is upright. It means it has a larger base and a gradually tapering shape towards the tip. The example of upright pyramids are grassland ecosystem. The producers in grasslands are the grasses, which are small in size and large in number per unit area. So the producers form a broad base in the pyramid. The herbivores in the grassland are the insects, carnivores are frog, birds, etc. The top carnivores are hawk, eagle, foxes, which are gradually less and less in number. So the pyramid apex becomes gradually narrower, forming an upright and erect pyramid. The second is spindle-shaped pyramid. It the both ends of the spindle-shaped pyramids are narrow, with a broader part in the middle. The example of the spindle-shaped pyramid is the forest ecosystem. In a forest ecosystem, large sized trees are the producers, which are less in number and so form a narrow base. The tree support large number of herbivores like insects, frogs, birds, etc., including several species of animals that feed upon leaves, fruits, flowers, etc. They are large in numbers than trees and hence the middle broad level. The secondary consumers, like the predatory birds, foxes, snakes, lizard, are less in number than herbivores, while tall carnivores like lion, tiger are still smaller in number, making the pyramid gradually narrow towards the apex. So the pyramid assumes a spindle shaped with narrow on both sides and border in the middle. The third type of pyramid is the inverted shaped pyramid. In the inverted shaped pyramid, it has a narrow base gradually becoming broader towards the tip. The example of the inverted pyramid is the parasitic ecosystem. In a parasitic food chain, for example, the producers, like few big trees, offer food to quite a lot of frugivorous birds, which are the herbivores, and more in number than trees. The birds harbor and sustain a good number of ectoparasites like lice, bugs, etc., while a greater number of hyperparasites like bugs, fleas, microbes feed upon them. This, when graphically represented, forms an inverted pyramid. Pyramids are usually prepared for the three ecological parameters: number of individuals, amount of biomass, and amount of energy. On the basis of these three ecological parameters, there are three types of ecological pyramids: pyramid of number, pyramid of biomass, and pyramid of energy. First, the pyramid of numbers. It is a graphic representation of the number of individuals per unit area of various trophic levels, stepwise with producers being kept at the tip. It shows relationship between producer and consumer at successive levels in terms of their number. In most of the cases, pyramid of number is upright. The shape of the pyramid of number may vary from one ecosystem to other. For example, in grassland and aquatic ecosystem, pyramid of number is upright. as the producers in the grassland are grasses and in aquatic ecosystem are phytoplanktons, which are small in size but are large in number. So the base is broader, and as the number of organisms in successive trophic level decreases, the apex become narrower. But in contrast, the a forest ecosystem, large size trees are the producers, which are less in number, and so forms a narrow base as the herbivores are in large numbers. So the pyramids assume a spindle shape with narrow on both sides and broader in the middle. Lastly, in the parasitic food chain, the producer are less in number than the herbivores, while a greater number of hyperparasites or ectoparasites are observed. So it is inverted in shape. The second pyramid is the pyramid of biomass. It shows the relationship between biomass and trophic levels by quantifying the biomass present at each level at a particular time. Biomass is defined as the total amount of living organic matter in an ecosystem. It is a graphic representation of biomass present in unit area at a particular time in different topic levels. It may be upright in case of forest ecosystem with producers forming the broad base and consumer forming the narrow top. It can also be inverted in the case of pond ecosystem. The disadvantage of the pyramid of biomass is that they can make a tropic level use appear to contain more energy than it actually does. The last pyramid is the pyramid of energy. It is the most practical of all the three ecological pyramids as it depicts the actual functional relationship between trophic levels. It represents the amount of energy present at each trophic level. It is also called as the pyramid of productivity. Since the energy flow expressed per unit time basis, the pyramid is always and for all ecosystems in an upright position. For ecosystem to be self-sustaining, lower trophic level should have more amount of energy than the higher trophic levels. It helps the organisms at lower levels to maintain a stable population but also to transfer energy up to the pyramid. So, the energy flow occurs according to the law of thermodynamics. As per the second law of thermodynamics, energy flow declines from producer level to successive trophic levels. When energy is transferred to next trophic levels, only about 10% of it is utilized to assemble body mass and becomes stored energy. Remaining 90% of the energy is lost in metabolic activities. Advantages of the pyramid of energy are it takes account of the rate of production over a period of time. The second advantage is the shape of the pyramid of energy is not affected by size or rate of the metabolism of organisms. The pyramid of energy also has one disadvantages, which is the rate of biomass production of organism is always required in the energy pyramid. So, the summary of this whole topic is that all types of ecological pyramids are useful for categorizing ecosystem structure. Pyramids of number can be either upright, inverted, or spindle shaped depending on the ecosystem. Pyramids of biomass measure the amount of energy converted into living tissues at the different trophic levels. And lastly, pyramid of energy are always upright since energy decreases at each trophic level. That was all about my topic. Thank you.